if like I had a if I had like a long quest line or whatever, or like any length quest line, and like at the end, if there was like a prize, like something really worth getting, and if I wanted there to be a way to like you know that it's not just such a it's not as missable. Like yeah, because if I have a long quest line, right, I'll probably want there to be something good at the end. Like so, I'll probably want to do the balance experience or no, what was it? Define event values, blah blah, blah, to have like something really valuable at the end. But then in the case that it doesn't succeed, like I could cheat. I could like loop around and like give players another shot at it, that sort of thing. Um, all right. Oh yeah, I was gonna use this for spell checking, but I don't care about spell checking. I'll spell check the old fashioned way, where when people notice the typos, they point them out to me, and I feel dumb. Uh, that sounds good, protospasm. At first, I read that as adult kettle corn, and I was like, "There's okay." Not that kid stuff. It's the real stuff. All right. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to. I don't need this stuff anymore. I'm gonna get back to writing some quests. So betrayals is a good pick. Doomsday. I want to do something with Doomsday, but like I don't know. I think actually if I did something with Doomsday, I wouldn't be making it this beginning of a quest chain. I would be making it like the end of a quest chain. So I'll I'm not gonna tackle that one yet. Who knows? Maybe once I start writing one of these other ones, it'll I'll have a better sense of like what I want to do with Doomsday. Dragon Hall never felt quite right. It's never felt quite right. I want to do something with it. I feel like this should be like the middle of a quest chain because like what is the Hall of Dragons? How did I find myself here? And what does it mean that like all of this stuff is happening? Like it's I don't know that Dragon Hall has always felt a bit weird, personally. Uh, um, so Farmstead, Farmstead's Farmstead works fine as a one-off. Festival feels like it should be like at the end of a quest chain, kind of, right? Because like I don't know. Right now, the local villages just spontaneously host festivals in your honor, just because you're cool adventurers. You help a lot of people. Ghosts, that could be an interesting one. Uh, it'll probably be betrayal. I'll probably do betrayal next. I'm just kind of getting a sense for like what there is here, uh, versus like what I'll like yeah. What of these I'll want to like flesh out into different event trees and like I don't like these. So when I said like growing like more than just like one of them to an extreme, I don't mean like literally all of them. Like some of these can stay as one-offs, right? Uh, Ogre Cave, I feel like could use a little extra context, probably. Um, King Day, definitely. King Day, Dragon Hall are one of those ones that like they feel like they're not the full story. Like they feel like there's supposed to be something more to them. So yeah, both of those I kind of want to put in the middle of something else. Uh, I mean, I guess it's kind of funny that you're the spontaneous king for a day. Uh, Wait, are these both event type one? Oh yeah, that was the King Day was the event type one multi. I was like, what? I knew there was one of them in there somewhere. No, so what was Dragon Hall event type three? Yeah. All right. So Meadow and Mirror Universe are kind of in a thing. Malady. I could do something more with that if I felt like it. I'm not. Oh, pirate ship. Yeah. Yeah, pirate ship. I don't know how I feel about pirate ship because pirate ship is the one that I always mention when like the geology thing. The it's like the quintessential event that doesn't work in a lot of contexts. Because like if you're in the middle of the mountains, where did you find a pirate ship in the middle of the mountains? What, if you're in the middle, if you're in a cave underground, like where on earth did you find a pirate ship in a cave underground? So um I should do something with that, but I still don't know what. Like, and I just put into like I just like moved off of the immediate backlog the organizing events and environments. I might be happier just like suspending that, like just not worrying about it. Like just basically like the graphics. Like I'd basically just be like, I might just decide that like the graphics represent like not the immediate story. I mean, they never do, right? But then I guess like this would be an extension of that, wherein, uh, they I don't know, I don't know how to describe it exactly, but basically like I mean, but way back in the day, sorry, sorry, this is an aside and it's not directly related, but like way back in the day, the oh excuse me, way back in the day, I was just glancing at the graphics. It just occurred to me like why am I in front of this guy? Why is this guy not in front of me? Like why isn't it like that? I guess I don't know. Whatever. All right. But no, way back in the day, the events like you literally wouldn't even see these visuals on screen during an event. Um, or you kind of would, but it would be like all different and weird. I wonder if there's anything I should do in that regard. Like, I don't know. Like during an event, like there's like not an event for which like these graphics literally make sense, right? For every event, there's like something that you're doing that's not just like walking along, right? So it might not be a bad idea to like just not render these visuals during events, or like I mean not just to like make the screen go blank, but like maybe there's something else I should be rendering during this, like when this happens. So if anyone's curious as to why earlier in the stream I was saying like I was been trying to write events all week and I never actually write them, is that this is what happens. I start thinking about like tech stuff that I'd rather work on, or not rather work on, but like tech stuff that I could work on instead, which lend themselves better to my strengths. What I mean, what are my options for like other visuals to render during events? Like, I mean, I could just have like a stock library. Like, I could put together a library of like generic event type visuals and like just various like props and pieces, and then each event could have like its own uh, like like each event could specify like what of those pieces to show during it and like how to put that together. Although that would only work for the prescripted events. It wouldn't actually work for the it wouldn't work for the the GM storytelling mode. So you know what? No, I'm just not going to worry about that for now. I could do something like that if I felt like it. It's not the worst idea in the world. It's just not the highest priority. It's not going to be the biggest win. Like it's not going to do the most for the project. I think the storylines will do a lot better for it, or just the like new events, more events, meatier, more meat, more substance. I think that is the priority. All right, so rainstorm. Yeah, it occurred to me as I was talking about pirate ship. Rainstorm is another one of those because if there's a rainstorm and you're in a cave, it's like who cares? You're underground. You already have shelter. Uh, rescue. Rescue is the kidnapping one. Oh yeah, so this yeah. At a certain point, like the very first events that I ever wrote were very much one offs, and then like I kind of like I don't know. I like there was a lot of story that I couldn't tell in events that made sense in one offs, and so I kind of like started to like I don't know. I guess that maybe that was just all the precursors to what will be the those are all precursors to like what we've got going on now. Um, all right. So rescue riot. It kind of makes sense if Whoa, wait a second. Wait a second. Cower is not a fake option here. Whoops. I am missing something. I do not have an outcome for Cower. Wow. All right. I guess it's a good thing I was like meandering over this data because I just noticed that. Wait, I used to have one. What happened to this data? This is not the first time like this data just like spontaneously got weird. But all right, I won't worry about that for now. Cower is a legit option, but I didn't write an outcome for it. So right now, as the script's running, if Cower wins, then it would be. Oh yeah, I do have okay, I do have Cower for the Meadow, right? So that's because the Meadow and the Riot are the two occasions when it's appropriate to Cower. What is it for the Meadow? What? No, I don't have her in for the Meadow either. Oh gosh, I'm so bad at this. So if you Cower in Fear, no, I did this so long ago. Like I haven't touched this data in a very long time, so I guess that's part of why I to the extent that there are legit like yeah no some things that I've done like might have been just because I'm a silly person and I accidentally left something in a state I did not intend to leave it in. Um, some things though I don't think are necessarily that like that. Some things I think like I've been switching between like different file control or like version control programs, so I wouldn't be surprised if like some of my data got messed up with that. Wallow legit just doesn't have one. So yeah, for Meadow and like Riot, like Flower, Frolic, and Cower are all legit. For Rainstorm, Wallow is not legit. Like this line here is for fake. This is how I annotate which options are fake. And so yeah, so wallowing is a fake option. Like when I say fake, I should come up with a better term for that. Wallowing is a dead end. You don't actually gain experience for wallowing. You don't. Nothing comes of your wallowing. Um, maybe I should change it to. It does amuse. The only reason it's still cowering in fear in the Meadow is because it literally just amuses me that in a Meadow you can cower in fear. So yeah, no, I'll just justify it here. I'll just say I'll just say will you pick a flower, frolic, or deer? So either many lovely bouquets were made, the deer continue to dance happily, or uh, you uh, uh, you uh, you what's happening? You're cowering in fear. You're in the middle of a meadow. You're cowering in fear. What comes of that? Um, uh, you. I want it to be like some sort of like some level of like calm or like you're in the middle of a meadow and you're cowering in fear, so clearly you have some anxiety going on. Z-Mike, hey, how's it going? Welcome. Uh, you uh, so yeah, so I'll just say you feel uh, a you feel a sense of peace. You you find a sense of peace. So you cowered in fear in the meadow, but you did it enough that you found a sense of peace, I guess, is what happens there. All right, so what happens? Oh yeah, so where's the other one? Cowering in the cowering in the riot is a little bit different. Like cowering in a riot is, in my opinion, that's fully justified. So if you cower in fear here, the outcome is that uh, is what uh, uh, you emerge unscathed. I guess is the outcome there. You're safe is what you get for cowering. Okay. Uh, Great. Excellent. Fixed. So, huh. I guess like what must have been happening before is either Coward just had never been winning those things before, or else either Coward had never been winning those things, or it won and like there just wasn't like it just didn't say anything. Like maybe Trusty Bard just like didn't add any like no additional stuff. Like all like maybe all he said was like perfect cow or perfect or like nice, whatever. But whatever. It's next time the script restarts, it should be fixed now. So cool. Uh, yeah. So was that all of them? Treasure. Yeah, treasure feels like the end of a quest. Kind of like Meadow. So maybe like with Meadow, I'll make it a prize, just like a little one, like amongst these things. Like, because Meadow's not. Oh, actually, you know what? By making by making a curse link to Meadow and link to Mirror Universe, I've slightly increased the chances of Mirror Universe and Meadow coming up. Yeah, because like where every event has like a 1 in 22 chance of getting called at random, the the opportunities at which that dice roll occurs have been reduced, and now there's this other dice roll that occurs, 1 in 22 times, whereby yeah, all right, whatever, that's fine. Uh, Whatever. Yeah, no, it won't matter as much once I've actually written out more of these. So yeah, my hunch is like I should go with betrayal. I think that one's the ripest. Uh, so I will. I'm gonna move betrayal to. Well, I'll start writing it and then I'll start moving it around. All right. So, what happens if? Oh yeah. So I was thinking I might unpack, or I might I might change the betrayal that we have. So like, because right now like, you actually like legit, like it just for every possible outcome like everything gets wrapped up in like a tidy little package or whatever. So I mean, maybe I should just change it entirely because, like, right now, I guess it's a little weird that you just accuse people at random. Like, this used to be my only event type 0, but now I have cricket race as event type 0, and ogre cave, yeah, also event type 0. So yeah, I don't need this one to be event type 0 anymore. Um, so yeah, again, I don't want to go too deep with it, but like, all right, so like maybe I'll just like break this out into two. Yeah, all right. So how about so yeah, don't accuse. So it won't be accusing anymore. It'll be who will you investigate? The war chief, the cleric, or the jester, or will you confess to the crime? And yeah, confessing to the crime is still not a real thing. All right, so yeah, so the outcomes. Uh, oh, so the outcomes are going to be like strangely written now. Actually, I will move this to another place. I'll move this to uh, new folder, betrayal. Uh, uh, so, oops, nope, wrong folder. One-offs, betrayal, cut that, move this over here. Okay, so yeah, right. So now so the queen has uncovered evidence of a disturbing plot against the court. Will you investigate the war chief, the cleric, or the jester? Or will you confess to the crime? So yeah, so what happens if the war chief is the correct? I might use these outcomes later, so I'm just gonna. Oh yeah, so I'm just gonna move these over to the scratch file for now. just in case I want to use those for the follow the subsequent event. Hmm. It just occurred to me like, well, no, this is fine. Okay. The queen has uncovered evidence of a disturbing plot against the court. You investigate the war chief, the cleric, or the jester, or you confess to the crime. So what happens if you investigate the war chief? Oh yeah, so the awkward thing about this is that the outcomes will not necessarily correspond to player actions. So not only do I want to write this text in such a way that it's ambiguous about who, who found like some further evidence, or like, who uncovered something, in as much as like which player uncovered it. It might have been literally zero of players actually uncovered the disturbing plot against the court. Oh yeah, I was thinking of changing this so that it's not event type 0 anymore. Nah, that's fine. I could make it multi if I wanted to. Yeah, I might make it multi. Oops. Because what I realized after writing this event in the first place was that I didn't like event type 0 with so many options, and not multi. Like cricket race has 4 options, but it is multi. I'm still not thrilled about it. That was I think I have another item in the backlog about balance experience by event type and number of actions. Instead of like having to like worry about all those things, I could just like come up, like, instead of worrying about those things as I write the events, I could just like come up with a system whereby it like kind of, levels it out a bit. It just smooths it out a bit. Maybe these are related. Maybe the defining the event value, like maybe I just need to maybe I just need to do like both of these together as part of like a big refactor of I can move this. I actually don't know if I want to do this, so I'm gonna put this over in limbo. So I guess this might be 2 halves of like a bigger refactor to how that like the stuff and whatnot. All right. Okay. I'm not focusing on any one thing right now. And I might want to. It could work out pretty okay if I did. So yeah. So previously, it's been the case that the war chief was going to steal the crown jewels. All right. So if I change this to be that like you're just investigating and like you find evidence, and so what is the follow-up event? I guess that it'll probably be like the same type of event regardless of who it is. It occurred to me I could actually use like the same event as the follow-up event to all of this, but I think that loses like the whole point. So I probably will write different events, but it'll probably be so what happens if you just so the new outcome here is going to be that like you discover that the war chief is planning to steal the crown jewels or whatever, right? So then what is the next event? Like, what do you do with that information? And I guess it could be something different in each case. Like, so the what was it? The cleric was going to kidnap the friends. Oh wow. There's been a typo in here this whole time. I wrote kind-apt instead of kidnapped. Or, like I said, spell checking sometimes helps. So the war chief is planning on stealing the crown jewels. What do you do about that? I know I'm not literally at that point of writing it yet, but I'm just like thinking ahead, like, how will that go? So I mean, my options are, it could be, probably shouldn't be random, because I don't want like that much randomness all like back to back to back. Um, uh, Sorry. I was reading Protospasm's comment. Yeah, riots can break out at any time. You never know. Sometimes you're in the middle of a town. Sometimes you're high in a tree. You just can't always anticipate these things. Okay. So yeah, so it probably won't be random. I think I can say fairly with fair amount of certainty. Like I don't want back to back randomness. Because random is supposed to be used very like sparingly. It's not like yeah. It gets like it like in too much of it like encourages apathy or like it fosters apathy. So so either you have to like choose a course of action or you have to affect a plan to apprehend the commander, I guess. Yeah, and I guess maybe so for the different possibilities, like maybe we'll do different things. Like maybe for like so for, yeah, maybe to apprehend the commander, you well, if I wanted to get elaborate with it, I could give there could be multiple options for like how you like what type of strategy you take in order to catch the to catch the offender. So it could be like a three-parter. I mean, if I wanted to, I could make the intermediary step two-parters. Like I could make it like I can make each of them give you two options of like how to apprehend the criminal, and the last event like instead of having six final events, I could just have three different ones, and like each of the secondary. So like sorry, I'm gonna open up Paint real quick because I like drawing. So if this is so if this is the original event and it has like three possible outcomes, then like these are each individual events, choosing like how to proceed. Then there could be three more events afterwards. I know this is a wonderful drawing. I know I'm an amazing artist. It's just part of who I am. So like each of these secondary events could point to like two of the possible outcomes. So for example, like if the war chief is so yeah, so I don't know so if I was gonna do something like this, what would it be? It would be like I mean maybe it's not as maybe I shouldn't crisscross like this because I mean maybe I just shouldn't start with randomness. Like maybe it's weird to start a quest chain with randomness. Like I mean one of the things I said earlier is that maybe I'd make it so this event type is not type 0. I'll try it though, because I do want to. I don't know exactly like how the perfect quest chain is gonna like what's gonna feel like the perfect quest chain. So I guess like my best approach there would just be to like come up with as many as possible and like see how it feels. So one of my other goals with this is not necessarily to like finish like complete the whole roster of quests or events in this like new branching system, because the other thing that I set up for with the what is it the secret control panel, like how I GM the game, I now save the data that goes through that to this other like raw events folder. So instead of having to like come up with this stuff on the fly, I'm basically like pre-populating like this backlog of data that I can use to flesh these things out. The other cool thing about that is that so far like the GM stuff, the stuff that happens through like trusty bards, the stuff that happens through the Twitter account and everything is it's all very linear. Not because it had to be linear, but because there was a lot of possibility, and then one of at each of those junctures, one such possibility like played out and proved to be the truth, the outcome. That's not to say like other things couldn't have happened. So, for example, like their decisions like well, it started out a little slow, but like there are junctures where like there was a choice to be made. You made one of those choices, and then I didn't even bother like exploring that other path, that other possibility, because it just never became salient. So yeah, there's stuff that I can do there too, or like that. So the raw events will, the more I use the secret control panel, which I should use. Wow, is it 1:23 already? Oh, I started streaming a little later than usual today. I was like, time flies. Wow. And I should use the secret control panel more often. Um, and the more I do, the more, yeah, the easier this all gets. Uh, so yeah, so let me think. All right, if I was going to go with this configuration, would I want to? What would be the possible strategies? Like, I mean, in each case, like it's I don't know. This might not be the right way to go, because like it might be that uh, if we're like doing this, yeah, it might be that like, well, they're very different crimes, right? And I intended it to be that way too. Like, there's theft, there's kidnapping, which are similar in a way, but also very different in other ways. And then there's like something white collar. So yeah, I probably shouldn't try and do this like weird woven like interconnectedness thing, because I think that's just going to add needless complexity to me trying to write these possible outcomes. So all right, so the guards apprehend the commander as he attempts to flee with the stolen crown jewels. That was how it went originally. So that's probably going to be one of the outcomes, uh, or something, something like that. It's probably not going to be as passive though, because like the way it's written before, they were, you weren't necessarily involved. Like, guards apprehend the commander. Like, I don't know. Your role in the previous event was just to like just point a finger, basically. It was not a perfect event by any stretch. But it was like basically the only thing I could do with the previous system, or it was like I didn't have necessarily a better way to implement it in the previous system. All right, so you uncovered evidence of a disturbing plot against the court. Will you investigate the war chief? So if you investigate the war chief, what is the evidence that you find? Like, what is the further? How do you know that the war chief is planning to steal the crown jewels? You so you it shouldn't be you, because like, right. So the investigation uh, uh, turns up. Uh, I What would it be? It'd be like turns up elaborate or like schematics to, yeah, I don't have to tell the whole story up front either. Like, I don't have to be like, it was the war chief and he was totally totally oh, that's the other thing. Huh. All right, yeah, so the investigation turns up oh yeah, no, what's funny is it just occurred to me like oh no, see, one of these turns out perfect. So yeah, no, I guess it does. Yeah, no, at the end of this event we do know who the suspect was. Or we do know who, yeah, we do know who. Okay. So that's, yeah, all right. So uh the investigation turned up schematics to the the castle vault where the crown jewels are. Oh wait, no, I don't. Right, I just said I don't have to give away the whole story. So the investigation turned up schematics to the castle vault. So for the cleric, someone was planning a kidnapping. I didn't want this to be a kidnapping in the first place, so maybe I should change it now. I just made it a kidnapping because I couldn't think of anything better, like off the top of my head. I don't want it to be a kidnapping. So what? The cleric. I was especially. Yeah. When I was writing this, I was specifically trying to like. I don't know. I was trying to like juxtapose like the crime against the perpetrator. So like, the war chief. I thought it'd be funny if the war chief just really wanted jewelry. I thought it'd be funny if the jester was like a white collar criminal. was like secretly like siphoning funds or something. I don't know. I get amused by silly things like that. Um, so maybe I should rewrite the cleric's story at this point. All right, what would I'll do the jester first because I like the jester's white collar crime. So you oh right, yeah, so he's doctoring tax records. So the investigate how do you so in so um mm, 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 mm. This passive voice thing is weird. It's awkward. I mean, like I think like one of the guidelines of like good writing is like I think like I don't know. Isn't like the general rule of thumb that like you're supposed to avoid the passive voice when you can? So it's weird that I kind of like have to. I basically maybe that's why it's like awkward like trying to come up with a with what to say here because I don't specifically know. But alright, so I could just say the investigation. Whatever. It's not like you're gonna see all of these at once. So investigation. Uh, I should be writing these faster, right? Like I get into these modes where like I get super picky about like every word, but I should be writing these faster, and I can always come back and edit them later on. I say that to myself a lot of times, and then I never go back to edit the ones that I wrote quickly because they were actually fine. So, all right. So the investigation uncovers uncovers uh, 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 oh yeah, right. Because so the uncovered information here is it implicates a particular character. So yeah, right. So I shouldn't specify as to the crime, but the investigation turns up schematics to the castle vault found in the war chief's in the I'll say commander. I don't like using the same word too many times for no particular reason. Found in the commander's uh, uh, what is a what is a war chest? A war chest is not what it sounds like. It's not a chest full of war. It's money, right? Reserve funds, yeah. No, so no, the the war chief would not have a war chest. I was like, what sort of furniture would a war chief have? And no, a war chest is war chest is not the answer. Found in the commander's uh, where does the war chief keep their weaponry? I guess uh, arms uh, chest or something. No, those are I'm just naming body parts. That's weird. In the commander's again, like it really doesn't matter. It's found in their room for now. Maybe I'll come up with something later. The investigation uh, uncovers volume no piles of or traces pieces of burned documents in the in a dumpster outside the Fool's in a dumpster near the Fool's quarters. Circumstantial. Proves nothing. Sorry. Okay. So what? So yeah, so if it's not kidnapping, what is the cleric guilty of? Originally, it was going to be like treason. Uh, Originally, like all of this was going to be treason. Well, it means the plot against the court, so that I guess that is kind of treasonous in some regards. Um, yeah. Oh, the cleric will be a spy. Yeah, yeah. Why didn't I do that before? Seems legit. Maybe because I didn't know how to end the story. All right, so the cleric's gonna be a spy. Um, uh, so the investigation reveals uh, falsified documents. Oh, a lot of documents going on. Uh, Falsified papers. Uh, Listing the augur uh, under many or under a number of different names or something. I don't know. Again, I can come back and write this if I decide that I don't like it. Um, so, yeah. So what of all this? So what happens? So what happens if you discover that the war chief is planning on stealing the or some? Actually So all we know at this point is that the war chief had the schematics to the castle vault. Um, so you could so the next event, so the next event is either to affect the kidnap or to make a decision. Um, Regarding the course of action. Uh, I don't know. The first one kind of felt like a decision, so maybe I should just maybe for now I should just no, I shouldn't be limiting myself here. I should just do what like I should be. I mean, essentially what I'm figuring out right now is like what is the appropriate pace, like what is the appropriate like cadence for these events as they occur. Um, like what should be prompting them, and yeah, I mean, what they'll end up. I mean, the way they always play out is like a string of different event types. Essentially, I like in the back of my mind, I can sense that like there's like a they're like superior ways for them to play out, but I don't. So right now, my mind is just like whizzing around, like which ones are going to be the most gripping, the most compelling. But some of that I'll just figure out as I go. So right, so I should be trying all of them. I think that was the conclusion that I came to earlier. I should just try as many as possible. Okay. Uh, so I also have like I like lose steam on this sort of stuff a lot faster than I lose steam on a lot of other stuff. And maybe that is for a lack of practice, but it makes it harder to practice when I'm constantly losing steam. Okay, so the so the war chief is uh so you suspect the war chief uh, is planning uh, to break into the castle vault. Or you suspect the war chief is as planning to rob from the kingdom. What do you do about that? It's the war chief, so you probably shouldn't just go up and like slap, like try and apprehend the war chief, because you don't tend to be war chief by losing fights, or by not picking by not knowing how to fight when pressed. So yeah, uh, planning to rob from the kingdom. I'm probably gonna work on, spoiler alert. I'm probably gonna work on something after this. Something else after this. After I wrap this up. I mean, I don't have to literally. I don't literally have to finish this whole quest chain or anything. I could just move on to something else. It's just yeah. All right. Small doses is like very clearly the best way for me to work on this stuff. All right. You suspect the war chief is planning to rob from rob the kingdom. Whatever. Um, yeah, so it's not going to be a. I should probably just choose. Like, it's just be. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have this happen, play out both ways. So, should this be the player's choice, or should this be. Uh, I kind of want. Like, I guess I kind of want it to be the player's choice, because, like, in some ways, like, event type 0 feels like you're making a choice, or, like, it feels like it's a choice, but it also. It also, like, it shares some qualities of like of how players approach the event, but then it has a very different outcome. So I mean, the possible so after the first event, what's happened is either some number of players have some undetermined number of players have won, some undetermined number of players uh, have not, and those amounts can represent all or none of the players. Like, so yeah, so I guess like I kind of set myself up for a challenge. So I shouldn't worry too much about like the the curve of like the of like how players will play through these events, because I've literally introduced enough randomness that it could be basically any scenario. Players could be like super enthusiastic about what's happening because everything's been turning up great, or they could be like entirely displeased by like this course of events. So, um, yeah, I'll just it should be I feel like it should be a choice. So I'll probably go with that for now. So you suspect the war chief is planning to rob from the kingdom. Will you? So what? Yeah, what do you do if you're trying to catch a thief? You can set up a you can do the like a stakeout, right, where you try and catch them in the act, or uh, I don't know. That's kind of what you do. I think I'm trying to think back to like all like the crime drama TV shows that I've ever seen, because that's like the most of the most exposure I had to this type of stuff. No. So what would they do on Law and Order? No. Uh, will you stake out? Sure. Um, the vault. Uh, uh, we stake out the vault and wait. Wait. Um, yeah. Well, staking out the vault is like, huh. If this is gonna be event type, I. Hmm. What if I just went random? What if I stayed random? What if this entire event just played out entirely randomly? No, that'd just be like a more extreme that'd just be a more extreme case of how this whole thing started. And I don't know. I mean, like, I could I could temper it a little bit. No, no, no. That I mean, like I said, I should like be trying like all different sorts of like event chains to see how they all feel. So my instinct now is to, like, to make like this whole event chain just like completely random just to see how that feels. But I feel like I know how that would feel. So I'm pretty sure like, well, that could be like an interesting thing to investigate. That one I probably don't need to see how it plays out to understand like what would be the consequence of that. So all right, I think I will not do that. Although, despite the fact that I'm really tempted, it's just like with I was trying to think of like, dealing with like, a criminal, like how do you track it down, and there's a lot of unpredictability there. So if there was ever a time for a lot of randomness introduced, like this might be it. But all right, so we stake out the vault, or what? We just investigated. So like I don't want it to be like more like detective type work or whatever. I want this to be like in the so in the course of a of like, if this was like an episode of like some procedural crime show, then this would be like the part where they actually like take action in some regard. I don't know. Sometimes taking action is does involve a lot more investigation. So maybe that's a valid option. Stake out the vault, or uh yeah, sure. Or wait, no, you can try to uh infiltrate the we stake out the vault. Yeah, we'll try and infiltrate the chief's or the commander's inner circle or something. I don't know. That amuses me because it implies like, if the entire band of adventurers are choosing to infiltrate the commander's inner circle. No, you know what? This is not this is not event type. This is not event type 2. This is event type 4 at least, because it would not be conducive to success if everyone tried to infiltrate the commander's inner circle. Although staking out the vault, yeah, no. All right, so maybe if you succeed, all right, no, this is going to be event type 4, and it's going to be uh, it's going to be event type 4. It's not going to be multi. It's going and it's going to, all right, so I might add a fake option, but I don't really need it right now, so I'm not going to worry about that. So in the case where yeah, so this one does have like a success and a failure case. So the failure case is no, the success case is when, yeah. So I'll write the success case first. Uh, so you learn the you learn the chief uh, uh, chief's uh, uh, wait, what is the chief's plot? Is there gonna be one more event after this, or is this gonna is this actually gonna be like conclusive? Um, yeah, I'll probably just write it conclusively for now. So uh, you apprehend, or guards apprehend. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna, right. Like I said, I feel like I should be working on. I just feel like I should be working on something else right now. Hey, happy birthday! Sorry. I just feel like I should be working on something else right now, so I'm just gonna wrap this up for now. Again, like, I mean, with all of these things, I can, if I feel like coming back later, I can extend these and like expand and continue on with like, further elaboration, as much as I'd care to. All right, so guards apprehend. Apparently, by extending this the story a little bit, the commander now has accomplices. So apprehend the commander and his accomplices as they. Oh yeah. So guards apprehend the commander's. Actually, I actually really like procedural police dramas. I think I found my second wind on this because now I'm like, now I actually want this to kind of play out in that way. Guards apprehend the commander's accomplices as they or as they attempt to break the as they attempt to break down the vault doors or something. Sure. Um, so yeah. So what happens if stakeout? What happens if too much stakeout, not enough infiltration? Um. Oh yeah yeah. Wait, hold on. The way I was thinking of setting up this crime, the reason that like just the stakeout wouldn't work is that it wasn't going to be. Wait, hold on. So as the guards apprehend the commander's accomplices as they attempt to uh, access the vault. I'll leave it slightly open ended, or I mean not open ended. I'll just leave it like that because in the case that you stake out and try and infiltrate the commander's inner circle, or if you try to stake out and you don't infiltrate the commander's inner circle, what happens is uh, you watch or the so the vault remains unscathed. Only the usual only the usual crew go in or out. Uh, so then, what happens if you try and infiltrate the commander's inner circle, but you don't stake out the vault? Oh yeah, okay. So, what is what is that? Stupid passive voice where I can't just say you do this, you do that. That's probably the hardest thing about writing these, I guess. Uh, so you suspect the. Oh yeah. Nah, whatever. Never mind. It's one thing that, like occurred to me that I well it's yeah. Uh, so the last time I thought about this stuff, I was thinking about like last week when I was putting some of this tech in, I was talking about a hopper, an event hopper where like basically like I don't know. I was thinking like the so far the criteria for like posting like posting stuff to like the Twitter account is basically it has to do with uniqueness. Like basically things don't get reposted. It's just like the only stuff that gets put up there is all new all the time. Uh, so I was just I was thinking like for like the newly authored events like we could play these out through Twitter, but no. I think I'll just not instead. Yeah. All right. So guards apprehend the commander's accomplices as they attempt to access the vault. So the vault remains unscathed. Only the usual crew go in or out. So the war chief's cronies. Is that? I think that's the right word. Define cronies. Oops. Close friend or companion. Yeah, sure. Virtue's cronies privately boast about uh, their where the war chief's cronies privately boast about the vault guard they bribed. Wait, you can't bribe a vault guard, can you? I feel like if anyone's going to be resistant to bribes, it'd be a vault guard. Because like, how do you get to guard a vault if you if you if you're if you're oh, so they blackmailed him. Uh, uh, all right. So the gist is that if you infiltrate the commander's inner circle and you stake out the vault, you'll 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 know who to watch for. And if you miss, then like if you only watch the vault, you won't notice that there's a guard that is actually perpetrating the offense, and the that and if you only infiltrate, then oh yeah, you said blackmail. You got it right. If the yeah the if you only watch if you only infiltrate the commander's inner circle and you don't stake out the vault, then no one's there to actually like catch the guard. Uh, I mean, I don't know. Whatever. That's fine. Uh, okay, so it's good enough. So this will be uh, so part of the events folder, binary betrayal. This will be, or actually wait, no, I'll just open a new whatever, paste this, save this. I kind of do want to introduce a fake option here because there's no or no, there was a fake option in the previous. Yeah, no, of course there was a fake option in the previous one. All right, so this will be like heist. Save that, and then so. Actually, I didn't really have to close that, but wait, do I have betrayal open still? No, wait, do I? Yeah, okay. So heist comes after this, and then I will leave that open just for reference purposes. So yeah, I think there's not going to be any. I think like if you get the good outcome, then like that's good. You're G2G. Uh, but if you get either of the other outcomes, I mean, I don't have to follow up. But I was thinking like we never got to apprehend the. Oh wait. No, I did leave this open ended. Right, because then there's the. Well, maybe I shouldn't leave it open ended. The guards apprehend the commander's accomplices as they attempt to access the vault. Oh wait. No, so the accomplices don't actually attempt to access the vault at all, as they attempt to retrieve the loot. I guess. Yeah. All right. I gotta get my story straight. I don't literally have to, but I should. Um, so maybe. So no, maybe. Yeah. So maybe actually. Whoa! What just happened? I just clicked a button and everything went weird. I don't know what that was. Okay. Yeah, no, I shouldn't have. I think I won't have another event after this. So guards apprehend the commander's accomplices that attempt to retrieve. Whoa. The. What happened to the loot? I don't know what. Huh. I have no clue what's happening. Okay. Excuse me. So. Uh. I think I'm just gonna tell this whole story here for now. I might want to add in another event later on, but for now, I think this is just going to be. So the guards apprehend the commander's accomplices as they attempt to retrieve the loot. They with their confession. Uh, uh, they confess to everything. Yay! I don't know. Maybe I might want to prolong that storyline at some point, but for now that's fine. And I don't think. Oh wait, why am I writing it in this file? This is not the real version. This is the real version. Whoa! Why is that changing? Why is that weird? Wait a second. Are there actually line breaks here now for some reason? Where did those freaking line breaks come from? No one ordered a line break. What the? That's the stupidest thing. Why are there line breaks all of a sudden? Is that what happened when everything got stupid all of a sudden? I do not understand. I'm just gonna close this and reopen it, and I have no clue. All right, so no, so all that I changed is they confess everything. Why did it put line breaks in here? Who said to put line breaks in here? No one? Did no one say to put line breaks in here? I'm pretty sure it was no one. That's an interesting feature of Notepad. I don't. Was it like, did I hit some weird keystroke that like caused that to happen? Wait, no. I have no clue what's happening right now. I have no clue. All right, whatever. I'll just go with it. Okay. If those weren't line breaks, then how come I could delete them? Okay, again, I can't think about that right now. So yeah, I think there's going to be one other. Yeah, wait, hold on. I didn't. Oh no, I did put in heist. Okay, good. I think there's going to be one other event that happens if, basically, like, if you have half of this, if you, huh? Yeah, if you only got half of the story and you didn't catch the commander as like, if you didn't figure it out up front, like if you didn't nail it, then so the war chief is yeah. So what are we gonna do? Basically, this is the point where the heist occurred and it did not get foiled. Like they were successful in their heist, and so now I guess you basically have to like track down the war chief. I'm tempted to make it another event type 4. Like basically like literally just give you another shot at it. Not like the same thing, but like I don't know. Yeah, it'll probably be event type 4. So for event type 4, wait, does event type 4 get easier with multi or harder with multi? Event type 4 gets easier with multi, I think. Yeah. So I'll make it multi too. Just in case that helps. So the war chief is I don't know, like fleeing with the crown jewels, with the stolen crown jewels, just in case in case you just arrived and you have no clue what the heck is happening here. Um, so the war chief is fleeing with the stolen crown jewels. So it's event type 4. So again, it's about covering all the bases. What are the bases here? The bases here are to. Yeah, what do you do when someone's trying to escape? I'm thinking of like literal like not very many procedural police dramas take place in like medieval like kingdoms. I would watch that show though. There's like a there's a if there's a show about like the like Law and Order like except with like wizards and stuff. I feel like I would watch that. um, I think the justice system back then was a bit different though. So I don't know if it'd play out. But okay, so the war chief is. I mean, like if a suspect is fleeing, you'd like you'd like call in like you'd like block off the exits basically. But like I don't think you can radio. I guess you just have to use magic instead. You can't magic. Um, um, so sorry. I just really want to watch CSI King Arthur right now. The or Camelot, right? They name them after places, right? So see it. Wait. uh, Law and Order Magic Victims Unit, or no? Okay, wait, no. Uh, oh, we could the, I don't know if this is necessarily the same kingdom, but there's a there's a royal griffin that I kind of established in a different event, um, which hypothetically, I guess if you're gonna uh, so this might not be event type 4, because I really want to fly after the war chief on the royal griffin. Will you pursue on the will you, pursue on the royal griffin or uh, uh, I don't know. Yeah, so the thing about the event system is that there are always two actions. There are always at least two actions. Sometimes I don't know, it'd be a lot easier for this. Well, no, yeah. Right, I'm writing a game. I'm not writing a story. I'm writing a game. And the distinction there is that it's all about, like, the interactivity is, in my opinion, like, it doesn't have to be as important as the story. There are some games that very much prioritize story, but like for this project, I want them to be important. Um, so what yeah, what else do you do besides pursue on the Royal Griffin? Uh, Actually, maybe yeah. So maybe you won't personally pursue on the Royal Griffin. Will you order Griffin riders to pursue, uh, or uh, you can order Griffin riders to pursue, uh, and what else? If it's event type 4, you can do two things, and it's multi, so you can do both things hypothetically. You can order Griffin riders to pursue, and I don't know. I'll come back to that. I'll figure it out eventually. I'm gonna look at some of the other possibilities. So the investigation of the cleric revealed falsified papers listing the augur under a number of different names. I'll what do we do with that? We can say excuse me. We can say. So yeah. So what is the I guess yeah. So with the war chief, like the first thing that we figured out, like kind of in a roundabout way, was to figure out like what is the cleric's actual plot. Um, I mean, I guess with the spy, like you don't necessarily like it's not like one thing really. It's like an ongoing thing. It's like right, like so presumably the cleric has been like feeding information back to um, whatever whatever like other kingdom or you know uh, but it's still not 100% clear that the augur's a spy. So I guess I don't know. We can do something similar as with so like so all right. I'll follow like a similar setup so far. So you suspect the cleric is his uh yeah, whatever. I'll just be upfront. Feeding information, feeding uh classified information uh to opposing kingdoms or something. Sure. Uh, will you? So I could do it like before. I could make it event type 4. Um, I guess I don't really have to though. There's no specific reason it has to be event type 4. It probably will be event type 4 or event type 2. Probably, because like these are I don't know like the the way I like it doesn't have to be so black and white. It's just like I kind of want it to. I guess I kind of want it to be a little dramatic in that way. Like either like yeah, you catch the criminal or whatever, or else not, um, or else they get away and shucks. Uh, but so you suspect the cleric is feeding classified information to opposing kingdoms. Will you set up a wiretap? will you will you uh what is what is the what is the equivalent of a wiretap? Uh, so the equivalent of a police chase is to order Griffin riders to pursue. The equivalent of a wiretap is will you uh, hire or not hire? Will you uh, uh, work with a diviner to intercept uh, intercept uh, the the I don't know something. Uh, uh, I don't know what they're intercepting exactly, but so what else? What are the other options? So there's the like that's supposed to be the equivalent of a wiretap, and then um, I should probably start. I should probably start. Oh, sorry. Just to mention, I ask a lot of rhetorical questions of myself when I'm working on this stuff, or like it's it helps me to ask myself rhetorical questions, and I know that it gets confusing because it sounds like I'm asking actual questions. So I apologize in advance for the extent to which that is confusing. It's not like I do it intentionally. It's like one of those things like not bouncing up and down that like I just like it literally I don't know. It's really easy. It makes It's like how I think, but all right. Uh, Work with the diviner to intercept. I don't know. But so I guess yeah, I don't know. Kind of like with the other case, like the stakeout is kind of like the distant approach, and so like the next thing I thought again was like to go for a more like in person type approach. So we work with a diviner to intercept. Um, or actually, yeah, no, you know what? We can do it kind of like that, but or we can still be event type four. Uh, so yeah, it'll probably be event type 4 0 again, and then right, no, so you'll need so yeah, so to intercept uh, encrypted the cleric will be a dude, I guess. His to intercept his encoded clerics. Are clerics like traditionally gendered, or is that not? Because I guess cleric. I guess it doesn't have to be like a dude. It'll be a dude though. Whatever, no particular reason. Okay, so you suspect the cleric of is feeding classified information to the opposing team. So intercept his in encrypted messages. You'll need uh, need need what? Uh, I don't necessarily want to like reuse I feel like I use a lot of like tropes of like magic. I don't like necessarily want to immediately go back to like because like immediately what I thought of was like the things that we do in or the things in like the curse, for example, like with all the like regents and crystals and whatnot. Um, uh, um, so I whatever I a while like hours ago I told myself I should be writing quickly, so I should probably be writing quickly. All right, so to intercept his encrypted messages, you'll need plenty of uh, divining, diving, not diving, divining. Uh, you'll need plenty of divining. Why do I keep typing diving, divining crystals? I guess I don't know. Whatever. You'll need to intercept his messages. Uh, you'll need to. Oh yeah, yeah. So you'll need to find a powerful diviner and obtain and collect plenty of I don't know. Oh hey, Technique for Live. How's it going? Welcome. Collect plenty of Focus crystals. I really don't care. That's fine. So what happens if what happens what happens if you accomplish both of those things? Then so you uncover the you uncover the cleric's uh, true identity. Uh, uh, you uncover the cleric's true identity. I was like, what would happen? And like, this is really dark. The first thing that crossed my mind was that like I think when spies get found out, they like, I think that's like what they have cyanide capsules for. But that got really dark really fast. I don't think I want that to be the outcome necessarily. Um, maybe, huh? I don't know. Um, you uncover the cleric's. You uncover the cleric's true identity. I should just. Yeah, no. The conclusion should just be like what you find out the cleric's true identity to be. Oh no. So yeah, one funny thing about making the events like slightly more elaborate is that. Well, no, I guess this isn't new. It was just occurring to me like if you uncover the cleric's true identity, like, and I specify what that identity is, it's going to be the same thing every time. Like, every time this event occurs, you'll uncover the cleric's true identity again to be, so I shouldn't be specific, because hypothetically this is a new cleric that just happened, like, for whatever reason, this kingdom just can't, for the life of it, find a war chief that isn't going to plot to steal the crown jewels. It can't find a cleric that isn't secretly a spy, and it can't find, as we'll soon depict, it can't find a jester who isn't involved in white collar crime. Um, but yeah, no, so I shouldn't get too specific. So you uncover the cleric's true identity. Uh, he uh, uh, I don't know. I don't know what else, but I feel like that needs like something else. So what if you find a powerful diviner, but you don't collect plenty of focus crystals, uh, then what? And then oh yeah, so the diviner thinks the diviner uh, can uh, relays or no. So basically, yeah. So what happens in this case is that the diviner isn't very successful because apparently you need a lot of focus crystals to be to divine successfully. Everyone, that's how divining goes, right? Uh, oh, hey, Technic for Life. How's it going? Welcome again. um, so what happens if you collect plenty of focus crystals? I should just write this stupidly for now, and then I can go back. So the diviner gets vague, yeah, uh, 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 idea, uh, no, okay, gets a vague sense so okay, I guess I should figure out how this magic works. So what do the focus crystals do? The focus crystals, yeah, right. So without the focus crystals, the diviner can't. Well, what happens with the focus crystals? What happens if you can't find a powerful diviner? I guess you get a second-rate diviner. uh, uh, so right, so like the novice diviner, so like a novice diviner, a novice. I guess I could kind of do like a similar thing for both of these, like a novice diviner. So like maybe a powerful diviner without focus crystals is about as good as a novice diviner. So so uh, with so like with a few spare crystals, the diviner uh, 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 on like whatever uh, only relays only I don't know, only gets a vague sense of, but yeah, I think I should be more specific as to like what the vague sense is. uh when Trusty Bard announces an encounter, they'll give. Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you, Protoplasm. Yes, what Protoplasm says is correct. It's all text based, and Trusty Bard is the storyteller of the game. So if you follow along what Trusty Bard says, then yeah, it should it should hopefully be clear. But let me know if you have any questions. Right? Hey, Kanao, how's it going? Welcome. I'm writing. I'm trying to write events for side quest. I have a bunch of new possibility for like what type of quest. Like, basically, I added in like quest chains or like events that are not just like singular one-off events that just like start and finish and then they're done forever. Like I can now I can now chain events together, and I'm having fun with that. Um, it's yeah. Right now I'm telling a story about like how. Well, so actually, the way I'm starting with it, kind of so far, is that I'm taking events that had already written, and I'm kind of like expanding on them and elaborating on them a bit. So yeah, I right now I'm taking like the trail in the courtroom and I'm turning it into like uh basically like CSI Camelot, I guess. that was that was like kind of what we decided, I guess that it that it kind of is, um, for better or worse. But yeah, right. Specifically now, I'm trying to figure out what a diviner will come up with if they have insufficient focus crystals. Because I'm not myself a powerful diviner or a diviner of any school. Yeah, so the numbers are the event types, and so the 4 is the event type, and then the 0 is whether or not it's multi. So 1 would mean multi, 0 means not multi. Um, I I yeah. So all right. So in this magic, like what is it that what is it that you get with insufficient divination, and what is it that what is it specifically that these that they're able to uncover? So like the if the so okay. So with a few spirit crystals, the diviner confirms uh, confirms yeah. Okay. So it'll just be that right. So uh, confirms some manner of deception from the augur. Oh wait, I shouldn't call it the augur because that's unclear because the diviner and yeah. All right. Uh, uh, the diviner confirms. So with a fused spirit crystal, the diviner can only confirm confirm I can spell confirm deceit from the deceit. Wow, I'm not. I sorry, I can spell technically. I'm just not very good at it. From the from the cleric. Whatever. All right. A novice diviner. Uh, oh, actually, huh? Yeah, yeah. A novice diviner. Uh, intercepts. Or yeah. Or a novice diviner. Locates the source or the destination of the secret com- uh, correspondence, uh, uh, but cannot but cannot decipher the message, I guess. So Diviner, or so with a few spare crystals, Diviner, yeah. Uh, oh, uh, yeah, no, that's fine. Oh, whatever. I shouldn't spend a million years writing all this stuff. All right, so this is totally legit and good and shippable, and hooray! All right, so yeah, as before, I'm gonna. So now that we have, oh, so what is this? This is I'll just call this like divination, I guess. Hey, look, I spelled it correctly. The first time. So this go. So this question goes to divination. Hey, look, I spelled it correctly again. Uh, and then, so after that, yeah. So if you get the, if you uncover the cleric's true identity, you, uh, so I guess like, I feel like there should be something more. So maybe so you uncover the cleric's true identity. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So like, I mean, I guess like the upshot of that could be that like hypothetically like the cleric. I don't know. I don't know how espionage stuff works, but from my vague understanding, I think that like hypothetically they could like flip the cleric to be a double agent or something like that. But I don't like that was my first thought, but I don't think that would be quite right because like well no maybe that no I don't know. So you uncover the cleric's true identity, uh, and then what else? Maybe that's just it. Maybe that's fine. It's gonna irk me because I'm gonna keep feeling like there should be a little bit more there. I also, in general, I should just like get rid of these ones that I've done and have moved out of this document. I should not keep in this document because just by keeping them here, I keep wanting to edit them here. But if I want to edit them, I should be editing them in the other document where I just put them, or in the other file where I just put them. Right. Okay. So uh, so do 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 mhm. I guess um oh yeah oh thank you for espousing. And it's true, yeah. After an event you get to see you get to yeah, right at the end of the event you get to see how much experience was gained and that good stuff. And then in general it'll say like how much experience you have, like it'll give you information about your character, and like that all shows up on the name tag and stuff, cool stuff like that. I don't know why I feel compelled to explain it because Protospasm is actually explaining it all of it, all easily, handily, and accurately. Uh, all right. Uh, so yeah, right. So as I think as with the other one, like the I want something more for this particular outcome, but for these other outcomes, I want literally another quest. So I guess like the way I did it before, like it was the same quest either way. And I guess I could do it again. Like basically, so yeah. So now the next the follow up quest will be to follow the to like chase down the again. It's like it's not like pursuit this time. It's like it's gonna be 4-1 probably, and then it's probably but so oh yeah. How was I doing with this? The war chief is fleeing with the stolen crown jewels. You can order griffin riders to pursue, and what else do you do in a pursuit? Okay, no. So you can you can pursue uh, pursue uh, the thief and order griffin riders to oops order griffin riders to block off the the escape routes, I guess. I don't know. Sure. Sorry. So what happens if? So yeah, what happens if, in the case of success, then? Oh yeah, in the case of not success, that's a little sad, but whatever. um, the war chief is fleeing with the stolen crown jewels. You can pursue the thief and order griffin riders to block off the escape routes. So the 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 criminal or guards apprehend. I'll just use yeah whatever guards apprehend. Oh yeah, look hey look it's this one here kind of. Guards apprehend the commander or the criminal. We'll call him a criminal now. He's very decidedly a criminal. Uh, well, no, I guess I mean he hasn't like the trial hasn't occurred yet. So guards apprehend the commander. Uh, Actually, no, I guess you can apprehend the commander in this case. So yeah, you apprehend the commander. Um, uh, and return the precious jewels to their rightful owners, I guess. Or actually, wait. This all started with the queen, so it should probably tie back to the queen. Uh, uh, and so you apprehend the commander and and return the precious jewels to. Oh, huh. You know what I could do is I could in the case that you succeed at this could be the case where you get a festival like thrown in your honor, like that other event. Yeah, if I felt like it, I could, I could do that. Um, or I could so yeah, so like when you succeed at these, I could use King Day. Like this could be King Day. Like you're basically because you save the kingdom, you get to be king for a day. Kind of. That's how it works, right? um, I don't know, maybe. So you apprehend the commander and return the precious jewels uh, to the queen. Sure, that's fine. Uh, so what is so in the case that what is the case where you pursue but you don't order Griffin Riders to block off the escape route. So you so the commander or actually I shouldn't call it the commander. I should just call it the war chief. It's like, I don't know. I don't know why I keep using like different words to. Just whatever. All right. So the war chief. Or so the thief. I'll call him the thief. That's fine. So the thief. The thief. The thief's. Oh yeah, I was gonna say his steed. It's just basically really fast. I guess that doesn't actually make sense. No, yeah. The thief's mighty war steed is just fast enough to to keep just fast enough to keep distance and man, does that horse have stamina? I guess, I don't know, whatever. Okay. And I'll say gosh because that's stupider. uh, um, so what if you don't pursue the thief and you just order Griffin Riders to block off the escape routes? So the air guard attempt to stop the war chief, but he manages to fight through. Okay, that's yay, good, yay, super done. So no fake options, no whatever. This is all good. So this will be this will be what? New document or new text, blah blah blah. Save as so this will be pursuit. I guess save that, and then so then let's go to heist. No, heist. Yeah, heist. So heist. In the other of these cases, we have pursuit. Yes, pursuit. Yeah, and then cool. I might do King Day. I might nah. No, I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm just I don't want to because like King Day would I think make way more sense here than it does in its current location. Like make it so that when you're successful, that's like when King Day occurs. But I I don't want to actually reduce the pool of events that we have presently because right now the game needs more. It needs more variety. It doesn't need reduced variety. I mean, I guess like once more of these like chain events are like fleshed out, then it will be once more of these chain events are fleshed out, then it would actually introduce more variety by reducing the number of one-offs. But for now, I'm just not to that point yet. All right, so what I started to write here was the right. This is not the so this is not supposed to be a high speed chase after the fleeing war chief. This is supposed to be like a this is supposed to be like more of like a stalking. Not like stalking, but like what's it called when like police stalk someone? Like uh like surveillance. Right, yeah, surveillance type of thing. Okay, yeah. So yeah, what did I do with Pursuit in terms of intro? Oh, did I close that? I didn't mean to close that. Or did I? I don't know. Whatever. Uh, um, events. Doop doop. Betrayal. Uh, heist. No, wait. Pursuit. The war chief is fleeing with the stolen crown jewels. So the cleric is sneaking off, sneaking out to um uh I am more alarmed. Sorry, just a second. I'm more alarmed than alerted. By proto spasms approach. Okay. I always say like the doomsday is really hard, so I feel like I should just help more often than watch it not work out. I can only see so many more towns explode before I just have to pitch it. Okay, so I just like that image. I mean, there's no reason when you're alerting the townsfolk about the doomsday device. There's no reason you can't take credit for it. You could just show up and be like, "I've armed a doomsday device. Prepare to die." Excuse me. Okay. All right. So the cleric is sneak out. The cleric is sneaking out to meet or to sneaking out to rendezvous. Is that rendezvous? I know it has like a bunch of weird letters in it. I don't remember which weird letters. Rendezvous. Oh, no, rendezvous. Oh, it doesn't have that many weird letters. Yeah, if it had that many weird letters, that'd be quite a word. Right. With shadowy figures. Clerk is sneaking out to rendezvous with shadowy figures. I want more event types. I mean, that's neither here nor there, but I want more event types. I should get... One of my goals is to, like, figure out more event types, but off the top of my head, I don't know. I don't know. One thing that's really difficult for me about this game is that, like, I think I do way better with, like, complexity. But, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just making excuses, but, like, this is very, yeah! we alerted the townsfolk. I think the only outcomes I've ever seen for the Doomsday event are hacking or explosions. Like I don't think anyone's ever, at least I don't know, maybe it's happened, but I can't remember the last time that we got like for example alert, like we successfully alerted the townsfolk. Yeah, good job. And then, yeah, for example, alert, like we successfully alerted the townsfolk. Yeah, good job. And then, yeah, for example, alert, like we successfully alerted the townsfolk. Yeah, good job. And then, yeah, for example, alert, like we successfully alerted the townsfolk. Yeah, good job. maybe we rolled it into it. We might have rolled the. We might have successfully rolled the Doomsday device into a crater once, or rolled it into a abandoned mine shaft. We might have done that once, but I don't know. All right. So the cleric is sneaking out to rendezvous with shadowy figures. If you if you if you what's it? I'm running out of adjective, or I'm running out of verbs because I just want to use pursue again. I mean, I guess I didn't really use pursue in this quest line. I only used it in the other one, so maybe that's fine. Uh, uh, or so wait. So the cleric is leaving to rendezvous with shadow figures. If you sneak after I think we decided the cleric was a him, right? If you sneak after him, you if you sneak after him and what else? What else do you do? Oh yeah. If you track his movements and keep keep distance, he might not notice you or something. Sure. Cool. Sure. Fine. Yeah. Okay. So no fake events. The success outcome is you catch the cleric in the middle of you catch the cleric red-handed with you catch the cleric red-handed disclosing what was the event that led into this one? It was divination and what was the one that started the whole thing? It was betrayal. What was it? Yeah, so falsified papers listing the augur under different names. Yeah, so we never really. Yeah, we really haven't said anything about like the outright. Yeah, so the whole kidnapping thing is not relevant anymore. But we haven't mentioned anything. You catch the cleric red-handed disclosing classified secrets to enemies of the kingdom. Yay! And then what if you track his movements? If you track his movements but don't keep distance, the cleric seems startled and returns yeah, the cleric seems startled and returns to his quarters or whatever. Not subtle enough. Where did the where did he go? Yeah, fine. This is the outcome where you keep distance but you don't track his movements. So I don't know. Sure, that's fine. I still have a whole nother leg of this chain to